Hello everyone, this is a video to help you complete homework number 4 on login. So there's some background uh, information you can read about the whole login framework, and this is the steps in the instruction. So we need to get started by copying homework 3 and make it homework 4, and also we need to grab this image. So let's do that right now. So this is my homework 3. I'll just make a copy of it and rename that as homework 4. Now I open it, and first thing we change this information in the master page to match the homework 4, and make sure this is your name showing up there, and the footer, that's your email address. Alright, so let's close that. We also need to get a new image for the navigation. So this image, you can find it right here on the assignment in the Canvas. You can just save that image into the website folder. Oh, homework 4, now 3, in the images folder. Okay, so let's take a look, see if it's there. Refresh. Yeah, it's there. Alright, it's the name helper nav.gif. Okay, so with all these, we need to continue. So the first thing is we need to create more tables in our database so that we can use these tables to save the user and roles and all the information. So this requires you to run some program that's located in this folder on your hard drive. So like we can just copy this. It's quite a long one. And then before we do this, let's make sure our database is connected to the server. Make sure you see this little green plug icon showing up. So at this moment, we can go to this specific folder, and the program we need to run is called ASP.NET Reg SQL. So we'll double click this to run, and just follow through this dialog box. Next again, and the server name is localdb /v11.0, and see if we can find our database. I have a lot of them here, but you should have only a couple of them. I suspect this is the one I'm looking for. So after you choose it, you can see if that's the one just by looking at the incomplete. Yeah, this is the one, my homework 4 folder, app data, database. Alright, next, and next again. And finish. So after we do this, you should be able to see, refresh the database. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more tables added to the database. They all start with ASP.NET underscore. So these are the tables we need for the login. So make sure you have these before you continue. After this, our next step is we need to go back to the web config and add a new connection string to the configuration file. So this new connection string will point to the same database, but the name of that will be different because the database is the same, but the connection string will have to be called local SQL server so that the login can find the database and the table. So let's do that. So let's go back to Solution Explorer, open the web config. We already have the disk connection string defined. So we just copy this whole section and paste it exactly the same, but the name will be local SQL server. So we call this by a different name, and we also need to remove the original local SQL server. It points to a different database. Alright, so we save it, and this way we are able to use these tables for the login. Alright, let's see. So now we can go to step number 5, website ASP.NET configuration. So let's do that in Visual Studio. Website ASP.NET configuration. Before we do that, let's close the web config. Alright, click on security. Select authentication type from the internet. Done. And then let's see, we need to enable roles and create 2 roles. One is agent, another is helper. Alright, let's do that. Enable roles, create 2 roles. One is agent, all lowercase. The other is helper, all lowercase. Back. And then we need to create 2 user. One is JDo, another is Mary, password, and belong to different roles. Create user. First one is JDo. Password is 123456 tilde. Confirm password 123456 tilde. Email, you can just put in any email. You can even use your own email. Security question, I don't have any. And make sure JDo is assigned to agent role. Create user, active user checked, create user, and continue to create a Mary. Password, same password. I can just copy and paste it. It's easier. And the email, I can use the same one. No, this one is in helper role. Okay, so now we have these 2. Let's see what's next step. And then the password protection part of the website must be in folders. So we need to create folders for agent only, and then for helper only. So let's do the agent only folder first. So close this for now. Let's create a new folder called agent only, and move the entry page into agent only folder. Another agent menu.aspx with a level 2 heading and a link to entry aspx, so we can do that within this folder. The new web form, agent menu, and we have a level 2 heading, agent only menu, hyperlink to the page. Oh, it's right there. And the text is edit listing. Let's take a look. Alright, so that works. And what's next? We also need a helper only folder and add a helper menu level 2 heading. Okay, let's close that. The folder, helper only folder. The web page we need to add helper menu. Level 2 heading, helper only menu. Okay, save. That should work, don't have to check it. So now we need to make sure these pages are also in website map correctly, because the folder had been changed. So let's do that. Website map is here, and let's view. So we need to take this out. Depending on what you have there, it might look different from mine. So list view will be just by itself, doesn't have any children. And then we'll have a sitemap node URL equal to agent only folder agent menu.aspx. So the title is equal to agent only menu agent only. Alright, so we don't really need description, so that will have a child, which is the entry page, but this time it's gonna be in a different folder. Alright, save. And we will have another sitemap node. The URL is the helper only folder helper menu page, and title helper only, description empty. Alright, so we can just keep it that way then. Agent only, entry, helper only. Alright, so let's see if that works out for us. So if we view the agent menu page in browser, so this is agent only, edit listing is a child of agent only. Good. And if we want to view this page, helper only. Alright, so they all work out. The sitemap is correct, so we can close it. Now we need to create access rules to password protect these two folders. Agent only is only available to agent, helper only is available to both agent and helper. And this will change they will actually create two web config in each of the folders. So let's see that. Right now, let's go to website, ASP.NET configuration, security, create access rules. So you need to highlight the folder you want to protect first, agent only. So first you allowed agent role. Go back, highlight agent only. So we allow agent, and then we'll add new access rule, which is to deny all users. So allow agent, deny all. Click done. So if you refresh this Solution Explorer, you should see the web config file in agent only folder, and that's the content. Allow agent, deny everyone else. That's good. So let's do the same thing for helper only. Helper only will add new access rule, will allow agent, will also allow helper, and then we deny everyone else. So this will create help will create a new web config in this folder. Allow agent, allow helper, deny everyone else. Good. So this is the time you can see if it works for you by try to see the agent menu page. Another thing is now this page will be password protected, so you need a login page to enter username and password. So this page must be put in the root folder of your website. And this page must be called login. And on this page, all you need is a login control. Under login category. That's all. And of course, these things, I haven't been adding them for the new pages, but you want to add in some meaningful title. Alright, so let's try this one more time. Agent menu, we want to view in browser. I see this error. So this error has a fix at the end of the instruction and also on canvas under the page Visual Studio tips, errors and fix. So you need to copy this code and put it in web config right before the last line. Web config right before the last line, right there. Save, close, and let's try this page one more time. Alright, so it asked me to log in. If I log in as Mary 123456 tilde, it shouldn't allow me to see the page because only agent can see this page. Mary is in the role of helper, so only after we log in as JDoe we can see the page. Alright, so that works. Another thing you notice is that this one disappear when we are in the agent only folder because the master page isn't set up correctly. So we can fix that later. Let's see what's next in the instruction. So after we add a login page, we can log in. Now we want to add things to the master page so that we can log out after we log in. So we want to put it in the div in the sitemap right before the sitemap div. Alright, so let's do that in the sitemap. in the master page right before the sitemap div, and that should be here. So let's put in the div id equal to login. So this is our div for putting the login, and then we want to add a style. So the login will be defined as float right. Right. Close that. And within this login div, we want to put in these things. So we're going to explain this in class, but right now I'll just copy this whole section here. So format it a little bit. Okay. Save. And also add the following login view control inside the nav. So let's add that as well. So that will be at here. So we'll keep the default financing page list view for the listing and the contact, but we're gonna remove this one because we don't want people to see this link until they log in as a agent. So let's format this a little bit. Let's format the entire page. Alright. So here the navigation have these links all the time, and then the rest of it depends on who log in what role. So for the two different role group, first one is when you log in as agent, you're going to see these two links, one link to the helper menu, another link to the agent entry only. But if you log in as a helper, you only see the link to helper menu, not to the edit listing link. So let's verify that's the case. Just view the website. So we are logged in as JDO because of the previous session. So let me log out first. So before you log in, you only see these four. So if we log in as Mary, then you see an extra menu. And let's log out. And let me log in again as JDO. So I see not only helper link, but also the edit listing link. So let me log out one more time. Then you don't see them anymore. Okay. So let's see what else we need to do. That's pretty much of it. And the way I'm going to test your website is I will try to view the agent manual page. It surely will ask me to log in. I will log in as Mary. Although I log in as Mary, it says I'm logging as Mary, I'm a helper, but it still does not show me this page. But it does show me the helper menu link. If I log in as JDO, then it will allow me to see the page edit listing. Okay, and once I log out, then I don't get to see the page again. Alright, so that's pretty much of homework number 6. The last thing I want to fix is the master page because that image does not show here. So instead of using this, I will use the ASP image control. So the image URL will be this image here. I think it's prime logo.gif. Yeah, so that shouldn't, because of the absolute reference. So no matter where I am, even in this page, JDO, I still see the image even when I'm in the folder. Okay, so that's homework number 4. Good luck.